It was very frustrating that I didn't get to see my mom. To you, they're basically the most important family member. They're the one that made you live. They're the ones that you always will love. They're the ones that you will always want to see.
You have lost your world, and it's through your own choices is what hurts the most. Taking accountability and looking at, I made that choice, yet they suffer the consequence.
My shoes?
Pretty much right when I went in, I knew I never wanted to use again, and I wanted to be a mom.
Realizing the damage that I had created, processing through that, I got motivated. I was determined to do something different. I was determined to fight.
Need to be taken into consideration. To the bell. I'm now joined by a number of people wearing pink T-shirts up in the gallery. Many of the women formerly in Coffee Creek and their children who have been so active and stalwart in bringing this bill before us. Verdict. DeBoer. Aye. 29 items. The bill 241 names. Councilman George Clerk passed. Order bill. Recognized Senator Kathleen Taylor.
I have the right to be kept safe and informed at the time of my parents' arrest.
I just remember them pounding on the door, and that's it.
I had my baby in my hand, and they pushed me down on the couch. My kids came back from the bedrooms one by one with their hands up.
I was playing laser tag, and then when I came out to go meet her, she was gone, and they told me that my mom was in jail, and I was really upset.
I dropped him off at daycare and didn't ever come back to pick him up.
I wanted to know what was going on.
My kid's number one question was, are you safe in there? It was good for them to know that, yes, I'm incarcerated, but I am safe and I'm okay, and they do feed me, and that I'll be here.
I have the right to be heard when decisions are made about me.
Actually, I don't think we ever got told anything, really. We were just told to live with our grandma.
If you don't get heard, you don't really get a choice in the matter. You are forced to do something, and you feel like you don't have a voice. You feel like you're not important. I know, I felt like that.
I have the right to be considered when decisions are made about my parents.
Hear the kid. Hear them if they're sad. It doesn't mean something has to change. Just let them learn to have a voice.
I have the right to be well cared for in my parents' absence.
Children still deserve to be cared for, and despite the poor choices that their parent may make.
Yep, that's a no-brainer. Doctors, dentists, school, food, health insurance.
I have the right to speak with, see, and touch my parent.
It had been 17 months since I seen my boys.
I didn't see my kids for 21 months when I first got arrested.
I wrote and I wrote and I wrote to try to get, some communication started, some open line of communication with my children to let them know that I still love them, that yes, I made a poor mistake, but I still love them. I think about them every day. I didn't know if the letters ever made it.
I couldn't talk to her or tell her what was going on. I couldn't explain that I wanted to talk to her every day, and I just wasn't allowed to. All of a sudden, she wasn't talking to me, so I just felt like she hated me. I was appealing my termination for my parental rights, and so my DHS worker wouldn't permit me to have phone calls. For 2 years, I wasn't able to see her. It was so long. I forgot how she sounded, how she talked, how she looked and everything. I was like, who's my mom?
She actually went to prison when I was about 2 years old.
It felt like a piece of me was gone. The hardest part of my dad being in prison was not getting to see him at all. I got calls, but I didn't see him at all because his prison was way too far away.
All they wanted to do was see me, to touch me, to kiss me, to love me, to hug me, and that's they craved to have their mom. And every visit was a huge reassurance that I do love you and you do matter. And they did better in school every time they saw me. Kids need their parents.
Because hugging and holding hands or something, it gives you more joy in your heart, you know, and makes you feel happy about yourself and who's with you and around you. It makes you feel safe, you know, makes you feel like she's just right there with you and you'll never get hurt, like you're untouched, like a shield.
I have the right to support as I face my parents' incarceration.
The support looks like consistent care from adults, you know, reassurance that it's not their fault, that they are still loved, that life is still okay.
They go through it every day of that incarceration with me because they're missing the most vital, important part of growing up, and that's having mom and dad around.
Whoever is involved in that child's life, being supportive and encouraging.
I have the right not to be judged, blamed, or labeled.
I feel different because my friends would ask me, "Where's your mom?" And I would just say they're somewhere in Portland with my other friends, my friends' moms, because I just didn't want to tell them.
I was in 6th grade, so like at the time I felt like it was maybe my fault or something, like her going to jail reflected on me.
I've been in and out of foster care and been all over the place since she hasn't been in my life. Just hurt, pain, just a lot. I don't know. Something I'm still trying to figure out.
The main important thing was I didn't want her to live in shame. I didn't want her to be embarrassed for the decisions that I made. I mean, it's bad enough what I did, but for it to continue on and create this ripple, I wanted to get rid of that as much as possible.
I have the right to a lifelong relationship with my parent. I mean, I feel like these should all be rules and everybody should have those rights. Yeah, I feel like it's very important.
Children do have a right to a relationship with their parents. If there's any possibility of them maintaining that relationship, and if there already is a relationship, it's the duty of those that are caring for the child to make sure that they get to maintain that.
Everyone has to do their time, take accountability, but at the same time, let's not punish the child more too. You know, it's all about the next generation and these kids. 1 hour visitation once a week is not enough for a connection, and it's so imperative for the person who's incarcerated for keeping hope. It's so important for the child to know that their parent is safe. It's so important for the child to know that their parent is still thinking about them and loves them.
Makes me feel better too. This is what makes me feel better.
Milk in Spanish.
Leche.
High five, good job.
Hey, he's barely peeking on us in that one.
Oh, yikes, with spikes all down my spine, or hair that's a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me.
My goal is to join the military when I turn 18, and I just feel like there's a lot of people that I can help. This is something I'm good at.
A volleyball player or artist? I want to be someone who can help animals. A veterinarian, a zoo person, an aquarium. I don't care. I just want to help animals.
I want to work with pets a lot.
I want to be a doctor.
That does surgery.
I would like to be like a professional dancer, or like I would like to be a teacher or a doctor.
I want to be just what my mom was. She worked at this children's school for people that had disabilities.
I want to help someone.
I want to help people.